Yo, yo.
What's happening, big bro?
What's happening? What's happening?
How you doing,
What's
sir?
good? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Well,
All right.
so for our viewers, I do have a cold, so y'all gonna have to bear with me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I would like to welcome everybody to another episode 12 of
This
Leave,
is well.
of Leave It on the Court with me, Jay Dimes, and my bro Giannis. Of course, we talk about everything basketball, everything that's been going on in the basketball. We about in basketball. Sorry about that. Got some interesting topics today. We got Washington Wizards, Houston Rockets. I don't know what's wrong with me. Washington Wizards,
Yep,
Houston
yep,
Rockets. Then we're gonna talk about our dark horse rookie of the
that's
year,
right.
and we're gonna talk about the new rules about the players having to play games a certain percentage and who can play and who can't play at certain ages and everything. So with that said, we're gonna start off in Houston. What you got for me, Brody?
Yeah, we are starting off on the West Coast in Houston.
Or it's the South, we should
It,
say.
it's kind of as it started kind of depressing, like because there was an incident with Kevin Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Multiple reports came out that um, there was some physical altercation between him and his girlfriend. Allegedly, he put his hands on her.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to first point out that we do recognize that they are both human, and
Mm-hmm.
humans make mistakes. But as a man, there's no
No
excuse to put your hands on a woman.
excuse.
No excuse.
Never excuse. Never
So
excuse.
we're going to leave that there,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to get into it on a basketball note. The
Mm-hmm.
Houston Rockets actually look like they're going to be pretty entertaining this year, man.
Yeah, I was checking out the roster, man.
Yeah,
They got Dylan Brooks. I like Shogun. I like the
yeah,
Van Vliet signing.
yeah,
Um, the Jeff Green, or did I say Jeff Green? Jeff
yeah,
Green, Dylan Brooks, Van Vliet, Shogun.
yeah.
I like their squad. They still got Jalen Green over there. I'm mad that Kevin is going through what he's going through. That kind of put a little hinder. And what else they got going on? They got a few players I don't recognize, but for the most part, their core looks pretty good. They got Jock Landale though from
Yeah,
Phoenix.
that's right.
That's a pretty good pickup. That was a pretty good pickup. So
And,
yeah, they do look pretty exciting,
and they
especially their
got one of
core.
my favorite one of my favorite NBA personalities in Boban. um,
Boban, who? Boban.
Marjanovic. Boban, a 7'4" monster who played in the John Wick movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, he went over there.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy,
He ain't
the,
on my
the,
roster.
the gentle giant. He just signed.
Oh,
He just signed.
okay.
So,
Okay.
um, so from the looks of things, I think we're going to have a Fred Van Fleet as at the starting point guard. He just signed for 3 years, 128 million. Look
Mm-hmm.
like you're going to have Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Shogun. What's his real name? Alfred Shangun and
Shango.
and and Jabari Smith to round out their starting five. They got
Wait,
Cam
you
Whitmore.
gonna have wait. You gonna put Seagun and Jabari in the lineup?
I believe so. I believe so.
What's
That's what
what
I would do.
what's up, T Streets? That's super small. Dude is only like 6'9" or something, isn't he?
He grew an inch actually. He's 6'10", and Jabari Smith is 6'10" as well.
They probably gonna start Landale and um 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 so I can't say his name. I'm gonna call him Shogun. Shogun ain't starting.
Yeah, Shogun. You said Shogun ain't what?
I think Landale gonna start. It's gonna be Jabari, Van Vliet, Dylan, um, um, Landale, and Jalen.
Ah,
They still leave him small because Jabari's actually kind of like Penny Hardaway type body type, you know.
Yeah, but Jabari is 6'11" too. So, I
Jabari,
mean,
no, that's that NBA giving you 2 inches. Shout out to T Streets. What's happening, Playboy? No,
um,
that man is 6'9". All right,
well,
we gonna stop that.
they got both Jabari Smith and Jock Landale both listed at 6'11",
Come on.
and really,
They
really
want a
like.
new Kevin Durant so bad. They want a Kevin Durant so bad. But go ahead.
I like looking at Şengün, like
Mm.
that dude might be a foundational piece. Like I think he might be
He
like
nice.
the guy. So I don't think he comes off the bench. I think you start him. I think you go ahead and let him go through his growing pains. What, he
But
20 years old?
who do you bench? Jabari?
No, Jock Landale. I don't think he starts.
At a center, he gonna get murdered at center in the West. That's why I might kill his confidence.
And Jock Landale would too. I think
Well, I mean,
I
but
think
he ain't got the
they
ceiling that dude has.
who Jock Landale.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave that one up for review. Uh, whatever they do is going to be interesting because if Şengün gets to come off the bench with Amen Thompson and Cam
Mm-hmm.
Whitmore and Jeff Green, yeah, and really, I'll probably if they have Amen Thompson come off the bench, I might even put him at the one. And,
Ain't
and
nobody starting over Van Vliet after all the money they
no,
gave him and stuff. He
you
ain't
don't
starting at the one.
you don't give
Ain't
a
nobody.
guy 130 million over 3 years and not have him start. But I will say, watch out, Jalen Green. Watch out, Dylan Brooks. You got every night a triple double threat that's coming off your bench. That actually got some pretty damn good defense too. Uh,
You talking about Shogun?
no, I'm talking about Amen Thompson. In his first summer league game, uh, Amen Thompson had 16
Oh,
points.
that's the
Five,
other brother, huh?
yeah, the twin,
Is it
twin,
why he
twin.
not? Is he on my roster? I missed that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
but
His
they
first,
still small though. They still hecka small. Cause
he,
he's
well, what I'm saying, he's 6'7".
yo,
He's 6'7" and with like a 7'1" wingspan.
but
And
he's the shooter though. He's more the offensive guy, like the scorer. The brother, the one in Detroit, is the passer.
yeah, I will say he has the more of the offensive game. So, um, if we're just talking about balance,
Mm-hmm.
he probably will come off the bench, but I think he's going to be when it is all said and done, it's going to be a superior talent. Like,
T,
because I think he can also be a foundational piece.
um, T Street say they might have to bench Dylan Brooks
And that's going to
after
be
what
hard.
he after what he just did in Canada. I mean, in
Yeah,
this
in the
little
field.
Kiva, it's gonna be hard to turn him down. Like he
Right.
turned up for real.
Because they was talking, what, he's in the Defensive Player of the Year talks every year.
Yeah.
Um, what I do, well, first of all, I want to tell you, in the one game that Amin Thompson did play in that summer league, he had 16 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 steals in the one game,
Mm.
and then he ended up coming up injured. Uh, I do like the direction that they went in signing, getting some veteran presence in Van Fleet and Jeff Green. What do you think about the Ime Udoka signing for the Houston Rockets as their like head coach?
I think that was the best move they made the whole summer.
Ooh, whole summer.
The
So
whole
not Van
summer.
Fleet, Jeff Green.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Because you got a coach that we know can coach, and we know that can relate to players, and we know he has a no nonsense policy. You,
Yeah,
you know, with him, and youngsters need that. Just long as he's not too overbearing, like to the where they don't like him.
Okay.
But like he the type of person that can get you back in line, you know. So
Yeah.
I like he was able to take that Celtics team where they were and actually made them a better team. It was kind of like with Kerr with the Warriors,
Hmm.
like Mark Jackson was a bomb, but Kerr just had that extra little notch, and I think that's what Udoka did for the Celtics once their coach moved upstairs.
Right.
Udoka had that I'm gonna hold you accountable mentality. You know what I mean? So they instantly turned up. As soon as he became their coach, they became more defensive minded because he was like the offense is gonna come, but that defense is something that's effort. You know what I mean? Like for real. And
Hmm.
so when you guys in this, and he got the perfect type of team where his youngsters are not too old and not too young, because they actually like his best players are actually played 2 3 years, 3 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he can, and I think he can reach those dudes. You know what I mean? Those players that stuck in between because he's just young enough, and we all know he a player. I
Hey.
I don't care what anybody say in the locker room when you know your coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like I can relate to that guy. I ain't trying
How,
to hate on nobody, but I'm just saying.
how
I'm
dare
just keeping it real.
you? How dare you treat Neo that way, man?
No,
That's
that was that was out of
that's
pocket. I would put him in a headlock and punch him. He tripping, but we don't know. We don't
we don't know, right?
know. We don't
Right.
know. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying?
But T. Sure, you say that like the coach, but would be a fine line between organized chaos and chaos. Talk nice to me, or I'm recalling all the Becky with the good hair details. You something else, though. Oh man. Hey, big bro, shout out to you for the hot toddy recommendation.
I was working. It's about to be our best show. Watch this,
Nice
y'all.
and
Uh,
warm. Nice and warm. So, yeah, you saw Ime Udoka in his rookie year take the Boston Celtics to the finals
yeah,
with
yeah,
his
that's
hard-nosed defense approach. I
yeah.
expect the same for these Houston Rockets. The Vegas over/under
Uh-huh.
has Houston winning 31 games.
Yikes.
Where you got them at? You think you got them? If they make over 31 wins?
30, 35, maybe. Cause I had to think about what they up against. They're young, new coach, everybody, and their team is basically rebuilt in the where their main points lie. You know what I mean? Like their main players have all been changed. The main positions, like the point guard, the shooting guard, the center, they're all different now. Plus, you got a new coach. So, and they in the West, and, and they in a division where you got to. Well, who in their division? I need to know these things
Yeah, let's see. Um, that it's just a
because
lot of um. Well, I say it's a lot of new pieces, a lot of new moving pieces, so they are gonna need a lot of time to just gel.
yeah, and that's where I think the most of the losses is going to come from chemistry issues.
Yeah, and like I said, they do have Cam Whitmore as well, and he was a summer league MVP. That's another 6'7" wing that is going to add a
But
lot
they
of
keep
fire.
getting, but they keep acting like they're not going to be facing Jokic. They're not going to be facing Anthony Davis. They're not going to be facing, hopefully, and with these new rules, a healthy Zion. These are dudes that 6'7" ain't nothing. Y'all is feathers. Like move 6'11" and you 215, 230 at 6'11. You know what I'm saying? Move out the way. Like, so I like their speed, but
Mhm.
when it come down to the come down, what happened? When Jokic had them dudes where he can just box them down, what he do? He just broke their ass down. If
No
you know
fair.
what I'm saying?
No fair.
So it's like that's what's going to be the issue. Everybody needs to worry about him right now. You know what I mean? Teams like how teams used to design teams to beat other teams. Right
Yeah.
now, everybody needs to kind of like design a team around trying to beat them and the Warriors because they got like similar type teams in the sense of their point guard is strong and they got a secondary player that's just as strong or can be as strong as the first player. You know what I'm saying? In the Clay with the Stephen and then with Murray and Jokic. You know what I mean? So with
Right.
that, with the veteran leadership, it should bring something to him. With Udoka back there, it should. But it's just man, it's just hard to give him 40 or 50 games with this West, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Because like that top five ties damn near that whole top seven is damn near solidified almost. If nobody get
so
hurt.
before we go into the next subject, they are in the Southwest Division. So they
Uh-huh.
got the Memphis Grizzlies, the Dallas Mavericks, the Pels, and the Spurs.
Well, there you
That's
go.
all. Yeah, they're in this division. So
they in the Scandalous division too. So
the
man,
Washington Wizards went ahead and moved on from Bradley Beal. They're in full rebuild mode.
yes, sir. So we on to Washington.
Yeah.
I looked at this squad and I said, "Who? Huh?
Come on,
Who's
man.
that dude?
Really? Come
What?"
on, man.
They got at least six dudes. I'm like, "Who is that?"
Well, I think more than anything, they're going to be an interesting watch. They won 35 games last year. It's going to be hard to say that they reached that again.
Look at my face.
But, but they did pick up some key additions in Jordan Poole, Danilo Gallinari, Tyus Jones, uh, Balil Coulibaly,
mm-hmm.
and Patrick Baldwin Jr., PB&J from the Warriors.
Oh, they signed the peanut butter. Go
They
ahead.
signed Peanut Butter. I actually like that dude, and I'm really interested in what he's going to be in on this new roster.
They got
Tell me
they got
about
Ken,
Jordan.
they got Kendrick Nunn too. Hey, that's how I felt about the rest of the people you just named.
uh, there's a lot that just Kendrick. The reason why I made
They
that
got
face because I
Gall-
think
they got Gallinari. You know what I mean? They
yeah.
got uh uh they got Gallinari. They got man, this team is trash, bro.
Like
This team is tank alicious, okay? I don't care what anybody say. Jordan Poole, yeah. He finna spend a lot of summers in the pool. Can
20,
Cancun pool somewhere. Okay.
24 points are under. How many points do you
After
think Jordan Poole is going to average?
looking
24.
at after looking at this squad, if he don't average 24, somebody need to pimp slap him.
Kyle Kuzma, 24 or under.
Under. I don't think he can score over 24 points if he wanted to. There's something wrong with dude. I don't understand him. He's like
Kyle Kuzma?
one of the he's so inconsistent, consistent. He's weird. He like I'm gonna give you a cool 18, but here's a 30. Bam. Here's a 27. Bam. All right. Next 12 games. I got 12 points. I got 7 points. I got 17 points. I got 16 points. And then you have a week. Oh, here's a almost a 40 piece. And it's like, what are you? You're an alien, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on with dude. I think him and Poole are brothers in a multiverse.
That's why I think they're gonna work. I think they understand each other. I think they both
No,
show up in a sweater.
no. I
Take
guarantee
some big
half the
away.
team. I guarantee uh, half the team hate.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. I tricked you.
uh, half the team hate Jordan Poole by the middle of the season. How about that? What's the over under on that?
Wow. Oh, let me
Because
look who on.
he finna take that green light all the way through from here to Washington and back. Okay, he
As
finna
he should.
he finna shoot so much he finna make the team not like him because he really takes dumb shots too. On top of that,
Yeah. I think that if they can figure out how to take smarter shots, him and Kyle Kuzma, that's where the growth is going to come. I think Jordan Poole needs to get in the weight room, but then they need to figure out better shot selection, and then try to play defense.
You know how crazy that sounds that you paying somebody 100 or something million and we're talking about a weight room. That's crazy.
It's a lot of starving ballers on the outside, and I got to tell you, you get in the weight room.
That's
But
crazy.
they do have Taj Jones, and they and
Sorry, that was a real cough. Now this is fake.
Taj Jones and Taj Gibson. I think that's stability. That's stability. That's defense. That's control. So when things do get out of hand, as far as like Jordan Poole's turnovers are concerned, you can bring a common presence into the game like Taj Jones.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
wait, time out. So you think they could be in the top? Well, no, the bottom 7 or 8, or you think they just gonna be? You think they're gonna be trash? You think they play in worthy?
No, I'm giving them. So I think they're going to be interesting to watch because I think you're going to see a lot of highlights with Jordan Poole, and you're going to see a lot of highlights with Kyle Kuzma. But I got them. Definitely under. I say under 28 games. 28 games and under. I think
28.
they are actually in rebuild mode. I think they got a lot of trade bait and like people like. I think
Who?
Corey,
Who?
Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert is a 6'7" sniper. Where is he playing? Was that Villanova
Trade?
or was that
Who?
Texas?
Do you mean the trade to get somebody good?
To bring back draft picks.
But because that's the only way they're gonna get a good player is to a draft. Okay, I don't. Can you remember the last player that was actually good that wanted to go to Washington?
That wanted to go to Washington? No, I can't. When he wanted to come back, what's my dude name? Oh man, Mister from Kentucky guard. OG.
Wall, John.
Yeah, John Wall.
OG.
I couldn't. But
No, but I said a good player. I didn't say has been. I said one of these dudes that's like you know making a
no,
lot of money. That's why I'm
no.
saying trade bait. It don't matter. All they players are mostly homegrown, and they get good. Either they get hurt or they leave because nobody else wants to come to Washington. Because if like when they did have John Wall and Bill for that quick second and stuff, you would have thought somebody would like, let me run over there with them youngsters right quick, go win some games just the East. Only person I got to beat really is LeBron.
Yeah.
And maybe the Celtics. Nobody wanted to go over there. And then John Wall fell off. And, you know what I'm saying, ever since then, They've been like the place. They like the Raiders of the NBA.
Hey, don't talk
Like
about my team.
remember,
Hey,
remember,
and that was
no,
unprovoked.
not these Raiders, but I'm talking about remember back in the day when you would get all the good players when they turned like 55, they would come to the Raiders and kind of like see what they could do before
Yeah,
they left. That's what like
yeah.
That's like what Washington is. No, I'm not hating on the new Raiders. They cool for what they are. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at Washington. Washington is the last stop before China.
T-Tree said it looks like Agent Zero's legacy is safe.
Uh,
You ain't never lied.
well,
Wall was drafted. He
okay,
a
look, much as
legend.
I don't like Jordan Poole, we'll see. He had the green light. If he averaged 30 a game for the whole season, watch out, Gil.
I, I,
I try to
I
say that
want to
with a
see
straight
what he
face. I'm so
become.
sorry, my bad. I don't mean to be playing with y'all like that. I was lying. I was just
I want to see what Poole become, man. Um, I'll say this: they did do something positive this offseason in bringing when they traded Bradley Beal, they traded him to the Phoenix Suns for 6 second-round picks and 4 first-round draft picks. That's 10 picks total. And then they turned an aging, expiring contract of Chris Paul, and they turned that into Jordan Poole. So they got some youth that's a budding star. Okay, and they did get off of the other Mr. Glass and Kristaps Porzingis, and they brought back Landry Shamet.
Mr. Glass.
So they did do something positive with that. So they are, like I said, they just in full rebuild mode, and they still got what's his name, Danny Avdija.
Yeah, rebuild mood. They in the rebuild mood or mode.
Did I say move?
Yeah, he said mood. Something pertaining
It's
to
not
that.
it good, bro. Yeah, rebuild mode. Yeah, so I'm looking to see what they become, man, and I'm gonna have my eye on Jordan Poole this year. I really am.
Yeah, no,
And
I think everybody is because we want to see what's gonna happen after the punch. Everybody
yeah,
wants to know what kind of dude are you finna be after you got punched to Mars and back. We gonna see.
yeah.
That man got Superman punched. I ain't never seen that like that.
What Steph do?
Night night. He had the birds and stuff floating around his head. You know, like the
Tweety
cartoon.
Bird, stars, cold world, cold
Love it.
world.
Yeah.
You're right, pick on somebody your own size, man.
No man.
uh,
That's
uh,
messed up.
the NBA, I think the
Rookie.
both the NBA rookies.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. I'm at two things.
Yes.
Who do you got winning Rookie of the Year, but who's your dark horse to win Rookie of the Year?
Because of his star power, I think Wemby is going to win it mostly because of that. But I got Chet.
Chet, that's a good pick.
I
You,
got Chet. I don't really feel like
why is that?
I don't really feel like he a dark horse, but his that dude that usually come that second year after sitting out off injury, like Blake did it, Ben did it. I think he gonna be the next one to do it. I think they gonna take it light. I think they gonna take it light on Wemby this year. I think Pop's gonna bring him in slow,
Yeah,
unless he just comes in exploding like on his own. He just show Pops, no, I can play, and I think that's gonna leave the door open because Chet got a chip on his shoulder. Say that 3 times fast. He got he got a chip on his shoulder for real. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Okay, look, should that count? Players who first year they spend injured and they come back the second
nope,
year, should they still be rookies?
nope. Even
Really?
though it's no, even though it's taking technically their first year playing a season, it's
Yeah,
not their first year in the league. So, you know, injuries are part of the game. So it works both ways. You know, you missed your chance, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Whoever won it that year wanted the year you didn't win it. So on to the next. I don't think it's fair. Plus, they get an opportunity to sit back and get some game and watch and learn and then come in, so they got a little bit of an upper hand. People don't know, like, sitting and watching from the bench is just as much as helpful as playing in the game if you look at it in the right way. You know, when you hurt, I mean, you know, you can picture the game in your head, and then you can start seeing openings and stuff when you see somebody that's in your position doing those things, even if it's for the rival team. You watching this, you know, then it's, let's say you're on a playoff team, you might be seeing this for 90 games. You're seeing people in your position on both sides of the ball doing little things, so you're picking up nuances. Not to mention you get a hold of someone to get back and work on these nuances and stuff like that. So when you
Yeah.
come in, you got like a little edge on a rookie who's still coming in, and now he got to learn all the stuff you've been able to sit back and watch for the last year. You know, he got to learn it on the fly and be good right there. You know, so
I think
that,
there is an advantage of a player uh, being hurt his entire rookie year, then coming back. He does have an advantage over the rest of the rookie class. To kind of to piggyback on what you're saying, he get to know, he get to experience that traveling schedule,
yeah,
because I understand that that's brutal. He
know
gets
how
to
to,
see the workouts that NBA players put in, the actual workouts. He gets to see, he gets to understand the playbook more so, because he's been around that playbook for a year. And yeah, he gets to get the wisdom from the players who's already on the team, and you get to kind of um, understand what your role would be more so, because you've been around the
yeah,
team for an entire year.
exactly. Well,
So,
BBM said he think one of the twins might get it.
yeah, so actually, my dark horse
Uh-huh.
would have been Amin Thompson, because I think eventually he's going to beat one of those guys out for the starting role over in Houston. However, the problem is I think it's going to come too little, too late. So I'm really high on both the twins, the one Asur and Aman from Detroit and Houston.
I
But
I actually think the one in Detroit has a better chance of getting in the lineup fast sooner than the one in Houston, because he
Mhm.
got a lot of good players in front of him. The guy in Houston, and
Yeah,
they all play his position.
right.
Um, I think that the dude in Detroit, even though he got some good players in front of him, I think he might be better than some of them dudes. I haven't seen the one in Houston yet really to play. I seen that dude. That dude different. So you know, he might be able to sneak up in there, and I don't really, do you really believe, can't, what's the name of the point guard up in Detroit? And it Cam something?
It's, oh man, Kay
Yeah.
Cunningham.
K. There you go. I was close. You think he a true point guard?
Yes,
So you think he passed first, score second? Because that's what I believe a true point guard is.
I
He's
see.
more like a Chris Paul. He more like a Chris Paul, or he more like Steph Curry.
In today's NBA, that's very, 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 very rare. I don't think there's no longer a starting point guard that's a true point guard when it comes to the sense of 80s, 90s, early 2000s basketball, where it's pass first, score second.
What you talking about, Melo?
Melo want to get his Melo get buckets.
But
he
no,
passes,
he
but
dropped
they
dimes.
asked him.
He has to get buckets. If he had a team with players that he didn't have to score the way he do, I
Mhm.
guarantee you he would be. And his brother, whenever he plays, he's a true point guard. Who else plays like that?
I give Lonzo
Chris
that.
Chris Paul still in the league, so we do have Chris Paul. Um,
Yeah. Chris Paul.
I think Murray is closer to a Chris Paul than a um Curry.
It's hard for me to say that, because when I think of a true point guard, true point guards, They probably average less than 20 points, 20 and under. Murray, he averaging around 25. LaMelo's averaging around 25. Who else did you name? You named Chris Paul. Chris Paul is definitely, but I don't know if he's going to be starting this year for the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
But the point but yeah, Zoe. Yeah, that's right. You said Zoe. Zoe, when he plays, yes. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as a true point guard. Him and Chris Paul.
And
Um,
I think the twin in Detroit play like him.
so I think he could. I think Jaden Ivey should be coming off the bench, and I think Asur Thompson over in Detroit should be starting.
I think he
But
should be point guard, and you move Cade to the shooting guard, and you have two creators, but you have Cade, who's more of a scoring threat, and then
yeah,
you have the twin, who's more of a passing threat that can set him up. You know, I think I think Cade can score on anybody he want to at his position whenever he want to. I think that is I think it's and he's tall enough to be a shooting guard and not be a defensive liability. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
If
he's
I'm
more like he's like a Mitchell. Like I think he's about the same height as Donovan Mitchell, maybe something
cool,
like that.
cool.
K, or is he like 6'7" or
Yeah,
something?
Cade Cunningham, 6'7".
Okay, well then yes, scoot this ass over the shooting guard. Let the twin come in and play point guard. Bananas. Oh Jesus.
But so is Asur. He's 6'7" too. So like if I'm an NBA coach or I'm a GM and I got a potential to where I can go a 6'7" point guard and a 6'7" shooting guard, and they both play pretty damn good defense. Yeah, man, we not what we talking about. I'm sorry, Jay.
But I mean, they actually can intertwine because whenever they're on the court at the same time, you know,
Yeah,
it's whatever.
interchangeable.
You know what I mean?
It's interchangeable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But I
I
still
think,
say that means that brings Duran off the bench though, or Ivy off the bench though. You know.
yeah,
So
I agree.
but the rookie gonna have to prove itself to before he be able to do that because those two have. So and he's gonna have to prove a lot because those two have. Them two dudes,
Yeah.
when they healthy, they a handful. Both of them.
Okay. All I'm saying is Jaden Ivey he's definitely a score first type of person. That's what he do. I'm gonna put the ball in the bucket. But it's 6'3". Um, so if your name is not Dame or Steph or Kyrie, if you're not scoring on
Is there
that
a
level,
lot of?
you can.
Is there a lot of? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I just think you can come off the bench as a six man,
Well, I mean, in
and
the East, is not really that many big guards, is it? And
why?
shooting guard, so you could
I
probably get
don't
away.
think about that one, but that's why I would do that because we're gonna have the biggest guards. But
Oh, you said where? You really like that Detroit team, huh?
I really like guards from Oakland. It's what it is,
Oh,
man.
you already know town business, what it is, you know? You
So can I
already
get
know.
the year in my dark horse?
Who is it?
I think it's just too easy. The Victor Wembanyama, I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
He would have to do something incredibly horrible or get injured or something for him not to win it.
Yeah.
But my dark horse is it was going to be Amen Thompson, but I'm gonna go with Brandon Miller over in Charlotte.
Yikes. For real?
They're 6'7", and he's going to play with a guy in LaMelo Ball that's actually interested in getting him the damn ball. I think he's going to have an immediate impact. I think. See, a lot of this stuff is, as far as this Rookie of the Year, is not just based off of talent. It's based off of opportunity as well. I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity over in Charlotte to make an impact out the gate.
But you know they brought what's his name back? Miles.
Yeah, Miles Bridges.
Yeah. They play
Yeah,
like the same position. And for what I saw over the summer, he ain't playing.
He better not be playing.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, with them playing the like the same range of the position, he gonna have to earn his minutes. I mean, he gonna get his minutes off top because he's a a high draft pick, but
Yeah,
but he's gonna have to show fast though. It ain't gonna be no progression. It ain't gonna be like, all right, you had 9, then you had 9, then you had 7, then you had 9. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be like 2 9s, and then all right, we're gonna play Miles maybe 10 more minutes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be that. You feel me? So I and I think with Melo coming back off the injury, he gonna be on a rampage. You know, that kind of stuff put battery in people back.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he coming back to put on a show. He gonna have a completely healthy team. I still don't like the Rozier starting that shooting guard.
That's what I was about to get into.
I really don't like that.
That's what I was about to get into because Terry Rozier at shooting guard it just seemed like a bad fit.
Yeah,
I think I mentioned earlier, I don't like my shooting guard being under I don't like my shooting guard being under 6'6". 6'5", you kind of pushing it, but you better be special. You got Terry Rozier at 6'2", and he taking 20 shots a game. So typically, they big three is LaMelo, Rozier, and Miles Bridges. I think you insert Brandon Miller into the starting lineup at the 3 and push Miles Bridges to the 4.
I
And
think that's what they probably gonna do. I even on 2K they be liking to start Miles at 4. So, but that one, what is it? Is it Washington? Don't he play for them?
Washington. Who you
Yeah,
talking?
the power forward that played for Charlotte. Is it the name? Isn't that Washington? Or is it what is his name? I ain't gonna make me look it up.
Oh,
Hold
PJ
on, somebody.
Washington. Yeah,
Yeah,
PJ
PJ. There you go.
Washington.
Man, he remind me like a Rodman that can kind of score a little better. He be all over the place.
I see that. I can see that. It,
He an adjutant and all that.
that's another dude that's in the same talks with Jaden Ivey where we're talking about small guard that score first. I would put Terry Rozier. I would push Terry Rozier to the bench. I would make him be my 6 man. I would start
Yeah,
LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, and whoever center they have.
I ain't starting Miller yet, man. I'm not starting him yet, man. Cause you just seen them summer league. That NBA defense different when you got to play
It,
against a Donovan and stuff like that. It hit different.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to apply no pressure. He doesn't seem like the dude that you want to apply pressure to. He seems like a dude you want to kind of like work him into it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, first of all, that's not gonna happen because Rozier is getting too much money
too much
to
money.
be on
Right.
anybody to be on anybody bench. So that's just not gonna happen just off that fact. If he's healthy, he's starting.
Keep
You
playing.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I get
If
that.
Melo's healthy, he's starting. So the only way that's gonna work if it's both of them starting. So you know what I mean? They're gonna try to work around that. But the reason why I think they think it can work is what we were just talking about with Detroit. It's not a lot of tall shooting guards in the East. So that's why they think that. But see, what you don't realize is you play somebody in the West in the championship, and all the guards is big in the West. So,
Wait,
so
when it
it's like
comes to the Charlotte Hornets, we're not talking
your
about
logic
championship
doesn't
talk.
make any sense.
We're not talking championship talk,
No,
but
I'm
we
just
are.
saying if you was to slip in, this is the matchup you would have. But even if you got in the conference finals, once you get to the conference finals, you start facing bigger guards, Barracks, Donovan Mitchell's, those dudes. So
Yeah,
it's like the closer you get to that level, the taller the guards get. You know, so it's still kind of the logic kind of like breaks itself unless you have of course, they have to switch on defense,
of course.
um,
Every time.
but you got to be prepared for that. You got to scheme for that. That's not just something you just do off the fly because the point guard is supposed to be the first back, you know. And if the tallest guy, the second or third tallest guy on the court is the point guard. He got to be the first back. That automatically makes a defensive switch. Had to go rotate between the whole team because people had to pick up certain spots for him to get back to the smallest dude. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. Teams like Warriors and Celtics and pick up on that, you know, on that reverse switch.
Oh, of course.
On defense. So it's just those type of things that Charlotte has to worry about when you have your point guard being 6'7", 6'9", or whatever he is, you know, in
Right.
the defense rotation. So that is something that I just wish he can have a growth spurt too. Like I wish he could have just grew like 2 more inches, give him like, because he deadly on the, that boy got some O. He got some O. His defense is he more like a lane guy, you know, play the lanes defense. But if he was 6'5" on offense, Rozier be boy.
Yeah, anytime I think about Terry Rozier, I think about that highlight he had where he like pushed the ball out and split that hole, and it came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I actually remember that. It's on like they have it on a little YouTube when they do the guards and do like the little when they break people's ankles and stuff. Yeah.
The player participation policy, the NBA finally has went ahead and addressed players resting. So I'm just going to read a couple of things I found on the article. This should impact, or this will impact 49 different players in the league, 25 different teams. Okay. And what it is, it's the rest rules for stars. Teams must manage their roster to ensure no more than one star player is unavailable for the same game. Star players must be available for nationally televised and in-season tournament games. The exceptions are that players who are 35, who starts the season 35 years old, played 34,000 regular season minutes, or 1K career games. The fines can go up into the millions. And just to be clear, they're not fining the players; they're fining the teams. So if that team rests stars, especially if it's 2 of them, they're not fining the players; they're fining the teams millions of dollars potentially.
Well, the money doesn't. So far, it's like when you say teams like the Clippers, you find that dude. He's like, okay, I'll poo-poo that money out. Like that fine is nothing. Okay,
You said that,
but yeah, but wait a minute, hold on. It's the look. It's the look. It's more of the aesthetic of it. The money don't mean nothing to the owners because these dudes are worth billions for the most part. Most of these dudes, but it's the aesthetic of you just saying I'll just pay it and still let the player get away with it. That's where it's gonna press on the players because no owner wants to be that first guy to be that guy. You know, I just paid the fine. We needed him to rest. Nobody's gonna want to be, you know, that guy first. So
T Street said it's fraud. No one knows.
I except for one dude. Popovich give me that FU NBA feel. Like I'm paying the fine. They ain't playing tonight. It's a back-to-back.
It's not even Popovich though. It's NBA owner. I'm finding NBA owner. So
I know, but I'm saying Popovich call upstairs like, man, my dude need a rest. Wembanyama can't be on TV tonight, bro. He just played last night. Pay that. You about to get that back. You about to get that back in 2 home games. Like for real.
So what's crazy though, is players like Victor Wembanyama and a player like Mikal Bridges don't fall under these rules. For the player participation policy, they define star players as people who've made all NBA teams in the last 3 years or have made all-star in the last 3 years. So Victor Wembanyama, Michael Bridges, those guys wouldn't actually fall under those rules per se.
But you know that's like 80% of the league. If you know the league,
What?
that's not all stars. So this one applies
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
lot of dudes.
It,
That's like
it
80 to 85% of the league.
this
Like
is for the
if you
stars. This is for the stars because no one really makes a big fuss if
Mikhail
I don't know.
or somebody don't
Bring
show
in,
up. Yeah,
yeah, they're,
yeah.
we're talking about the Steph Currys of the world, Paul George of the world, Devin Booker's of the world, Kevin Durant's of the world, those
Yeah.
kind of guys.
Yeah, T Streets,
So
I agree. That's what I was saying, T Streets. Yeah, for real. Nobody wants to be the guy that let the inmates run the asylum. That's exactly what I was saying. For real, for real.
right.
But go ahead, finish, bro.
So it's a star driven league, man. And it kind of ties into the rule, or in order to be eligible for any major award, you got to play 65 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to kind of push players to play.
But see, the thing is though, you already know where I'm about to go with this, right?
Run it.
This sounds ridiculous to even be saying anyway. You should want to be playing. Like man, look, I know I talk about this dude a lot, but Mike,
Yeah, run it.
Mike didn't play for the money. He played because he knew it was somebody in the crowd that hadn't seen him live.
Right. Right.
I'm coming for that person to see me because he paid the money to see me kick his team ass, but he wanted to see me do it.
Right.
So for that reason alone, not to mention that I just love playing basketball anyway, he came to the game. And that's where I think these rules is taking it back to. It's going to get back to these players like, you got to love playing basketball, Playboy. And ain't going to be none of that, oh, I made $200 million, so I'm finna kick back and go to all the strip clubs every night after the game. There ain't going to be none of that. Like, you going to have to go take your butt home and go to sleep and get ready for that back-to-back and play up to par. Because if you don't want these rules to be on your ass, you might want to become all-star. So they'd be a little bit more lenient on you. You know what I'm saying?
To add to that, players like Anthony Edwards and Giannis Antetokounmpo has already spoke up on players resting. Stop, like play the damn game. Come on, like, we
it's our
job. This is our
most people that take them many days off will be fired in some circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not all, but in some of these dudes will be fired. Like, I mean, speaking for myself, if I take 3 days, 4 days off in a row and it's for nothing for me just saying I want some rest, I'm done for it. Union and all. They can't save me from that. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing should apply to these dudes. Just off the fact that they are making millions and millions of dollars.
I'm investing in you, yeah.
At the least you can do is show up and play. I ain't gonna cuss. At the least you can do is show up and play. That's what I'm playing you for. You know, if you are genuinely hurt, okay, I get it. But I played last night, so I ain't playing tonight stuff, man, I will drag you onto the court myself if I could. Like,
can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
Can I play devil's advocate for a second?
Go ahead.
All right.
I know you like that shit. Go ahead.
Your favorite, let's say your favorite player. Who your favorite player right now? What are your favorite players?
I don't have any really.
LeBron.
I like LeBron.
Okay.
I just like his overall person. He's a good
LeBron
guy.
Before the season even started, the medical staff for the Lakers pointed out these are danger games. If you play these games, there's a high risk of you being injured. You know that the Lakers got a roster built for the playoffs. As a fan, I do want to see LeBron play, but I even more so want to see him available for the playoffs. So if that
Okay.
medical staff is saying that he can possibly get injured in this game, and you as a fan know that, how you feel about him playing in games that he can possibly get injured
Uh,
in?
okay, he's a bad example because he's old as Father
Yes,
Time.
he is.
So,
He is. He is.
okay, so let's take him out the equation. Let's say somebody like Luca. Luca is very young,
Yeah.
top 5 player in the league right now, right?
Yeah. Right.
The whole reason why everybody's here right now
Mm-hmm.
is to see you, right?
Yep.
People play hurt every day, B.
People play hurt every day, B.
You feel
But
me? But see, people pay hurt every day that don't get paid
okay.
50, 60, 70 million dollars. If it's an injury that is debilitating,
Look
like
at the shape
if
now.
you like they telling me like tomorrow, if you play tomorrow, you're tearing your ACL. Yeah, you better sit your ass down.
Yeah.
If they on someone like, and it's a 60, 70 or 40 or a 40, 60 or something like that, man, get your ass up and play, man.
Okay, I'm about to
Cause
can I put you there?
no, I'm gonna get you first though before you go. Before you go,
I'm about to
if you
talk to
take it,
Bear.
if you ain't your ass back at work with a bad knee.
Oh, come on now.
Okay
See?
then.
Come on now.
Okay
Hey,
then. Okay then. You back at work even though you could have took a little more time, but you
hey.
need what you needed to do what you need to do.
Uh,
Once I start paying you 200 million, that's how you should start looking at that. You feel me?
now I'm about to get your ass now.
Okay.
3 episodes ago when I was naming some of the top small forwards going in to the 23-24 season, I named Jimmy Butler. And you was like, man, regular season games don't matter. Like, because I was pointing out how he only shows up for the playoffs. Jimmy Butler. Okay, yeah. How you feel about these guys like Jimmy Butler who don't give 100% during the regular season, but turn it up to 100%, 110% during the postseason?
First of all, we're speculating. Have we ever heard Jimmy Butler say out his mouth, "I don't give 100% in the regular season"?
We heard him say he don't really care too much for the regular season.
Every play, even Mike said that, but he still busted everybody ass for 35 points a game.
But Jimmy not doing that. He
I
giving you
know.
17, 18 points
Well,
when in
I don't think
the
that is
playoffs.
purposefully. I don't think that is purposefully. I think that he has no choice in the playoffs. Like it's a difference because some people go like, okay, say your team killing throughout the regular season, right?
Right.
Then the players that was killing during the regular season see them playoff lights and their numbers drop by 5 points. But you don't see the lights they see. This is just another day at work.
Right.
You feel me? That's what that is. Jimmy, like, where's that other 10 points? Where's the other 10 points? Okay, well, forget it. I'm gonna do it myself. And then
Okay.
he becomes playoff Jimmy. Because I guarantee you, them same dudes that was shooting those percentage they were shooting when they was killing everybody in the regular season ain't shooting the same percentage in the playoffs. I ain't even gotta see the stats to know that.
Role players typically
Drop
lessen
off.
their in the
They
playoffs.
drop
Yeah.
off. Yeah. So when you drop off, the player that's the star and saving his energy, is what he's saying. And he has to go you know what I'm saying? Now he gotta step it up and do more and pick up for the slacking of the players who done got struck by the lights. Like, oh my God, it's the playoffs. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I really think it be. Even with like the Stephens and everybody, it's the same thing. Steph had to be that dude to win the MVP in the finals because everybody went, it's the playoffs. And he was like, you know what? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And I think it's the same thing, even with Jordan with Pippen. Everybody keep talking about Pippen. It was plenty of playoffs before they started winning that Pippen said, I got a headache. Something else is bothering me. Like before, you know what I'm saying? Jordan was like, look, man, you do that shit again, we're gonna trade you.
So
Hey.
the league will have their own independent medical staff for starting trying to rest.
Oh,
that
they finna do them UFC style.
And assure
Yo,
because they have to identify between rest and actually hurt. So the league have their own medical staff come in and assess the injury. So
you already know the league will be like, yeah, they finna do them dirty.
Oh God!
But it's pinky, but his foot is turned this way. He'll be all right. He'll be on TV Christmas Day. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh man, it's getting hurt every day, dude.
Oh, every day, B. That's going on TikTok.
It's been an hour already, man.
I know. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just left it on the court.
Yes.
As we always do. This has been Jay Dimes.
Giannis. And look, click like, subscribe on YouTube. Click like, subscribe on TikTok. And definitely, when you can, if you're available, watch Sunday, Instagram Lives, 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Central.
Yeah, man. And if y'all want to help, man, hit the cash app up at $JOSS510. You know what I'm saying? Every dollar helps to help the channel grow. We're trying to get some new mics and stuff, man. Help us out.
Let's go.
Other than that, gang,